Now, fair Hermavothy, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon. But oh, methinks, how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers, my desire, like to a stepdame or a dowager, long withering out a young man's revenue.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like to a silver bow, new bent in heaven, shall behold the nights of our solemnities.
Go, Pushpendu, stir up the Jaipurian youth to merriment. Awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth. Turn melancholy forth to funerals. The pale companion is not of our pomp. Hermavothy, I wooed thee with my soul, and won thy love, doing thee injury. But I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with reveling.
Happy be Thavanesh, our renowned prince.
Thanks, good Akanna. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I with complaint against my child, my daughter Himani. Stand forth, Davi Prasad. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Liladar. And, my gracious prince, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Liladar, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And, my gracious prince, be it so she will not hear before your grace consent to marry with Davi Prasad. I beg the ancient privilege of Jaipur, as she is mine, and I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law, immediately provided in that case.
What say you, Hamani? Be advised, fair maid. To you your father should be as a god. Davi Prasad is a worthy gentleman.
So is Liladar.
In himself he is, but in this kind, wanting of your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my father looked, but with my eyes.
Rather, your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty, in such a presence here to plead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case, if I refuse to wed Davi Prasad.
Either to die the death, or to adjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermione, look to question your desires, know of your youth, examine well your blood, whether, if you yield not to your father's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will yield my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me, for everlasting bond of fellowship. Upon that day, either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Davi Prasad as he would, or on Ayapan's altar to protest for I austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Tamani, and Liladar, yield thy crazed title to my certain right.
You have a father's love, Davi Prasad. Let me have Himani's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Liladar, true he hath my love, and what is mine my love shall render him, and she is mine, and and all my rights of her I do estate unto Davi Prasad.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes every way is fairly ranked, if not with vantages, Davi Prasad's. And, which is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Himani. Why should not I then prosecute my right? Davi Prasad made love to Halima, and won her soul, and she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I've heard so much, and with Davi Prasad thought to have spoke thereof. For you, fair Hermione, look to arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Jaipur yields you up to death, or a vow of single life. Come, my Hermavothy, what cheer, my love? Davi Prasad and Akanna, go along. I must employ you in some business against our nuptial, and confer with you of something nearly that concerns yourselves.
With duty and desire we follow you.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Belike, for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eyes.
Ay me, for aught that I could ever read, could ever hear of thy tailor history. The course of true love never did run smooth, but either it was different in blood,
Oh, cross, too high to be enthralled to low.
or else miscraft in respective years,
Oh, spite, too old to be engaged to young.
or else it stood upon the choice of friends.
Oh, hell, to choose love by another's eyes.
Or, if there was sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, brief as the lightning in the collied night. So quick bright things come to confusion.
If then true lovers have been ever crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Then let us teach our child patience, because it is a customary cross.
A good persuasion. Therefore hear me, Hermione. I have a widow aunt, a dowager, of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Jaipur is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermione, may I marry thee, and to that place the sharp Jaipurian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me then, steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league without the town, there will I stay for thee.
My good Lilidar, I swear to thee by Kama's strongest foe, by his best arrow with the golden head, by all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than ever women spoke. In that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Halima.
Godspeed, fair Halima, whither away? Call you me fair? That fair again unsay. Devi Prasad loves your fair. Oh, happy fair! Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue sweet air, more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear. Sickness is catching, oh, were favor so! Yours would I catch, fair Hermione, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye, my tongue should catch your tongue, sweet melody. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Devi Prasad's heart. I frown upon him, yet he loves me still. Oh, that your frowns would teach my smiles such skill. I give him curses, yet he gives me love. Oh, that my prayers could such affection move. The more I hate, the more he follows me. The more I love, the more he hateth me. His folly, Halima, is no fault of mine. None but your beauty. But that fault were mine. Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. Lilidar and myself will fly this place. Before the time I did Lilidar see, seemed Jaipur as a paradise to me. Oh, then what graces in my love do dwell, that he hath turned a heaven unto a hell.
Halim, to you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night, a time where lovers' flights doth still conceal. Through Jaipur's gates have we devised to steal.
And thence from Jaipur turn away our eyes, to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow, pray thou for us. And good luck grant thee thy Devi Prasad. Keep word, Lilidar, we must starve our sight from lovers' food till morrow, deep midnight.
I will, my Hermione. Halima, adieu. As you on him, Devi Prasad dote on you.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Jaipur, I'm thought as fair as she. But what of that? Devi Prasad thinks not so. He will not know at all, but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermione's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities, I will go tell him of fair Hermione's flight. Then to the wood he will tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
Is all our company here?
You were best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here's the scroll of every man's name that fit through all of Jaipur to play in our interlude before the prince and the princess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Praveen Prince, say what the play treats on, then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Mary, our play is the lamentable comedy of a cruel death. of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you, and a merry. Now, good Praveen Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you. You shock bottom the weaver.
Ready? Name what part I am for, and proceed.
You, Nishbottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself most gallant for love.
That will ask some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure. To the rest, yet my chief humor is for a tyrant. I can play Heracles rarely, or a part to Terracatin to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates. Amphibious car shall shine from far and make and mar the foolish fates. This was lofty. Now name the rest of the players. This is Heracles' vein, a tyrant's vein. A lover is more condoling.
Fakir Flute the bellows mender.
Here, Praveen Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe? A wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, faith. Let me not play a woman. I have a beard coming.
That's all one. You shall play it in a mask, and you may speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face and let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe, Thisbe, ah, Pyramus, lover dear, thy Thisbe dear and lady dear.
No. You must play Pyramus and flute you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Rather than Starling the tailor,
Here, Praveen Quince.
rather than Starling, you must play Thisbe's mother. Taj Schnaut the tinker,
Here, Praveen Quince.
you, Pyramus's father, myself, Thisbe's father, and oh, Snug the joiner. You, the lion's part, and I hope here's a play fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? Pray you if it give it me, for I am slow of study.
You may do it ex-mentor, for it is nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar that I will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar that I will make the Raj say, let him roar again, let him roar again.
And you should do it too terribly. You would fright the empress and the ladies that they would shriek, and that were enough to hang us all.
Thou would hang us, every mother's son.
I grant you, friends, that if you should fright the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice, so that I will roar you as gently as any sucking dove. I will roar you into any nightingale.
You can play no part but Pyramus, for Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man, as one shall see in a summer's day, a most lovely gentlemanlike man. Therefore you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it.
Good. Masters, here are your parts, and I am to entreat you, request you, and desire you to come them by tomorrow night, and meet me at the palace woods, a mile without the town, by moonlight. There will we rehearse, for if we meet in the city, we shall be dogged with company and our devices known. In the meantime, I will draw a bill of property such as our play was. I pray you, failing not.
Most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect, adieu.
At the Raj's oak we meet.
Enough! Hold or cut bowstrings.
How now, spirit? Whither wander you?
Over hill, over dale, through bush, through briar, over park, over pale, through flood, through fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's sphere, and I serve the fairy queen. to dew her orbs upon the green. Farewell, thou bob of spirits, I'll be gone. Our queen and all our elves come here anon.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight. For Omenond is passing fell and wrath, because she, as her attendant, hath a lovely boy, stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling, and jealous Omenond would have the child, knight of his train, to trace the forest wild. But she perforce withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers, and makes him all her joy. And now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen, but they do square, that all their elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape and making quite, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite, called Ravi Goodfellow. Are not you he that frights the maidens of the villagery? Those that hobgoblin call you, and sweet Pock, you do their work, and they shall have good luck. Are not you he?
Thou speak'st to right. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Omenond and make him smile, when I a fat and bean-fed horse beguile. But room, fairy, here comes Omenond.
And here my mistress. Would that he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Tamira.
What? Jealous, Omina? Fairies, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, Rushwanton. Am not I thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But I know when thou hast stolen away from fairyland, and in the shape of Shiva sat all come from the farthest steppe of India, but that forsooth the bouncing Amazon, your buckskin mistress, your warrior love, to Thavnash must be wedded, and you come to bring their bed joy and prosperity?
How canst thou thus for shame, Tamira? Glance at my credit with Himavati, knowing I know thy love to Thavanesh.
These are the forgeries of jealousy, and never since the middle summer's spring met we to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind, but with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Tamira cross her Omenond? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order, and she, being mortal, of that boy did die. And for her sake do I rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Thavnash's wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our round and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies, away. We will chide down right if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way! Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Thou rememberest that very time I saw, but thou couldst not. Kama, all armed. A certain aim he took, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow. Marked I where the bolt of Kama fell. It fell upon a little western flower.
I remember.
Fetch me the herb. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be thou here again, ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Tamira when she is asleep, and drop the liquor of it in her eye. The next thing she waking looks upon, be it lion or bear, wolf or bull, on meddling monkey or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with a soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I am invisible, and will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lilodar and fair Hermione? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. because I cannot meet my Hermione. Hence, get thee gone and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, but yet you draw not iron, for my heart is true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not in plainest truth tell you I do not, nor I cannot love you?
And even for that do I love you the more. Neglect me, lose me, only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you.
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I'm sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much. To leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not. To trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore I think I am not in the night.
I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest had not such a heart as you.
I will not stay thy questions, let me go. Or if thou follow me, do not believe, but I shall do thee mischief in the woods.
Ah, you do me mischief! Nay, Demi Prasad! Your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed and were not made to woo. Oh, follow me and make a heaven of hell to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Ah, welcome, wanderer. Hast thou the flower there?
Aye, here it is.
I pray thee, give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where the oxlips in the nodding violet grows. There sleeps Tamira sometime of the night, lulled in flowers with dances and delight. And with this juice I'll streak her eyes, and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it, and seek through this grove. A sweet Jaipurian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Jaipurian garments he hath on. Affect it with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look thou meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
Come now, a roundel and a fairy song. Sing me now to sleep, then to your offices, and let me rest.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake, be it ounce, cat, or bear, pard, or boar with bristled head. In thy eye it shall appear, when thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake, when some vile thing is near.
fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood, and to speak truth, I forgot our way. We'll rest us, Himani, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lilidar. Find you out of bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf shall serve as a pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one troth.
Nay, good Lilidar, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet. Do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense sweet of my innocence. Love takes the meaning in love's conference. I mean, that my heart unto yours is knit, so that but one heart we can make of it. Two bosoms interchained with an oath, so then two bosoms in a single troth. Then by your side me no bedroom deny, for lying so, Himani, I do not lie.
Lilidar riddles very prettily. Now much beshrew my manners and my pride if Himani meant to say Lilidar lied. But, gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off in human modesty. So far be distant, and good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter to thy sweet life end.
Amen, amen to that fair prayer, say I, and then end a life when I in loyalty. Here is my bed. Sleep give thee all his rest.
With half that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest have I gone, but Jaipurian found I none, on whose eyes I might approve this flower's force and stirring love. Night and silence! Who is here? Weeds of Jaipur he doth wear. This is he, my master said, despised the Jaipurian maid. And here the maiden, sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie near this lack love, this kill courtesy. Churl, upon my eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid sleep his seat on thy eyelid. So awake when I am gone, for I must now to Omanant.
Say thou kill me, sweet Debbie Prasad.
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou darkening leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril. I alone will go.
Oh, I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Himani wherever so she lie, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears, if so, my eyes are oftener washed than hers. No, I am as ugly as a bear, for beasts that meet me run away with fear. Therefore no marvel through Devi Prasad, do as a monster, fly my presence thus. But who is here? Lilidar? On the ground? Dead or asleep? I see no blood, no wound. Lilidar, if you live, good sir, awake!
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Halima, nature shows aught thy through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Davi Prasad? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lilidar, say not so. What though he love your Himani? Lord, what though? Yet Himani still loves you, then be content.
Content with Himani? No, I do repent the tedious minutes I with her have spent. Not Himani, but Halima I love, who would not change a raven for a dove.
Oh, wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Is it not enough? Is it not enough, young man, that I did never, no, nor never can deserve a sweet look from Davi Prasad's eye? But you must flout my insufficiency. How did a lady of one man refuse? Should of another therefore be abused?
She sees not Himani. Himani, sleep thou there, and never mayst thou come Lilidar near.
servitor? What, removed? What, out of hearing? Gone? No sound, no word? Alack, where are you? Speak! And if you hear, speak of all loves! I swoon almost with fear. No? Then I well perceive you are not nigh. Either death or you I'll find immediately.
Are we all met?
Pat, here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal, as we will do it in action as we will do it before the prince.
Praveen Quince,
What sayest thou, bully bottom?
there are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
By Larkin, a powerless fear.
I believe we must leave all the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say, we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And, for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
No, make it 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
I fear it. I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves to bring in, God shield us, a lion amongst the ladies is a most dreadful thing, for there is no more fearful wildfowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must tell that he is not a lion.
Nay, you must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he must speak through it, saying thus, or to the same defect, ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you, not to fear, not to tremble my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity of my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man as other men are, and let him name his name and tell them plainly that he is Snug the Joiner.
Well, it shall be so, but there are 2 hard things, that is, to bring the moonlight into a chamber. For you know, Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine that night we play our play?
A calendar, look in the almanac, find out moonshine.
Yes, it does shine that night.
Well, then you may leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Aye, or else one must come in with a bush of thorn and a lanthorn and say he comes to this figure or to present the person of moonshine. Then there's another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber. For Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, did chalk to the chink of a wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall, and let him have some plaster, or some loam, or some rough cast about him, to signify wall, and let him hold his fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
That may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you have spoken your speech, enter into that break. So everyone, according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here, so near the cradle of the fairy queen? What, a play toward? I'll be an auditor, an actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savor sweet. Odors savor sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice. Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus than e'er played here.
Must I speak now?
Ah, Mary, must you? For you must understand he goes but to see a noise that he heard, and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of color like the red rose on triumphant briar, most frisky juvenile, and eke most lovely Jew, as true
not speak that yet. For you answer to Pyramus, you speak all your heart at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter! Your cue is past. It is never tired.
As true as...
As true as truest horse, that you would never tire. If fair Thisbe, I were only thine.
Ah! Oh, monsters! Oh, strange! We are haunted! Raymasters! Linemasters! Help!
I'll follow you. I'll lead you about around, through bog, through bush, through brake, through briar.
Why did they run away? This is a knavery of them to make me afeard.
Oh, Bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an ass head of your own, don't you?
Oh, bless thee, Bottom, bless thee! Thou art translated!
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could. But I will not stir from this place. I will walk up and down here, and I shall sing that they shall hear I am not afeard. The ousel cock so black of hue, with orange tawny bill.
Swear I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. The more pity some honest neighbors will not make them friends. Nay, I can gleek upon this occasion. Eeyah!
Oh, thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither, but if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common right. The summer still doth tend upon my state. And I do love thee, therefore go with me, and I will give thee fairies to attend on thee. Palavi, Jal, Pantanya, Sarsenseed.
Ready? Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Come, wait upon him, lead him to my bower.
I wonder if Tamira be awake. Then what it was next came in her eye that she must dote on in extremity. Ah, here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night rule about this haunted grove?
My mistress with a monster is in love, near to her close and consecrated bower, when she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals that work for bread upon Jaipurian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play, intended for great Thavanesh's nuptial day. The shallowest thick-skin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his scene and entered in a break. When I did him at this advantage take, and as is known, I fix it on his head. Anon, his Thisbe must be answered, and forth my mimic comes. When they him spy, at his sight away his fellows fly, and at our stamp here o'er and o'er one falls. He murder cries and help from Jaipur calls. I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there. When, in that moment, so it came to pass, Tamira waked and straightway loved an ass!
Puck! This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Jaipurian's eyes with the love juice, as I did bid thee do?
Oh, I took him sleeping, that is finished too. And the Jaipurian woman by his side, that when he waked, of course she must be eyed.
Stand close. This is the same Jaipurian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, I rebuke you, him that loves you so. Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse. For thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lilidar in his sleeping, or she's in blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermione? It cannot be, but thou hast murdered him, so should a murderer look. So dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty.
What's this to my Lilidar? Where is he? Ah, good David Prasad, wilt thou give him me?
I had rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog! Out, cur! Thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth be never numbered among men.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lilidar's blood, nor is he dead for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee, tell me then that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get therefore?
A privilege never to see me more. And from thy hated presence part I so, see me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here therefore for a while I will remain.
What hast thou done?
Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love sight. Of thy misprison must perforce ensue some true love turned, and not a false turned true.
Then fate o'errules that one man holding troth, a million fail, confounding oath on oath.
About the wood go swifter than the wind, and Halima, of Jaipur look thou find. All fancy sick she is, and pale of cheer, with sighs of love cost a fresh blood dear. By some illusion see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes against she do appear.
I go, look how I go. Swifter than the twins, as reading Kuma.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Kama's archery. Sink an apple of his eye, for when his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the sati of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Halima is here at hand, and the youth, mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we thereupon pageants see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside. The noise they make will cause Devi Prasad to awake.
Then will two at once will one. That must needs be sport alone. And those things do best please me that befall preposterously.
Why should you think that I should woo and scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep. And vow so born in the nativity all truth appears. How can these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
You do advance your cunning more and more. When truth kills truth, oh devilish holy fray, these vows are Hermione's, will you give her o'er?
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor not in my mind, now you give her o'er.
Davi Prasad loves her, and he loves not you. Oh, Halima, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine, to what's my love shall I compare thy nine? Crystal is muddy, oh how ripe in show. Thy lips, those kissing cherries tempting grow. Oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you are all bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Oh, can I hate me as I know you do, but you have joined in souls to mock me too. You both are rivals and love Hermione. Now both rivals to mock Halima. A trim exploit, a manly enterprise to conjure up tears in a poor maiden's eyes.
You are unkind, Davi Prasad. Be not so, for you love Hermione,
This you know, I know. And here, with all goodwill, with all my heart, and Hermione's love, I yield you up my part. And yours of Halima to me bequeath, whom I do love and will do till my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lilidar, keep thy Hermione. I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her, but its guest-wise sojourned, and now to Halim it is home returned, there to remain.
Halim, it is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou abide it, dear. Look where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Thou art not by mine eye, Lilidar, found. Mine ear, I thank it, brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lilidar from my side?
Liladar's love that would not let him bide? Fair Halima, why seekest thou me? Cannot this make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think, it cannot be. Lo! She is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermione, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with men in scorning your poor friend? I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me. Have you not set Lilidar as in scorn to follow me and praise my eyes and face, and made your other love, Davi Prasad, to call me goddess, nymph, divine and rare? What though I be not so in grace as you, so hung up with love, so fortunate, but miserable most to love unloved? This you should pity rather than despise. I understand not what you mean by this. Aye, do persever counterfeit sad looks. Make mouths upon me when I turn my back. Wink at each other, hold the sweet jest up. This sport, well carried, shall be chronicled. If you have any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare ye well. 'Tis partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay, gentle Halima, hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul, fair Halima.
Oh, excellent! Sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreats. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Halim, I love thee, by my life I do. I swear by that which I will lose for thee, to prove him false that says I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come!
Lilidar, whereto tends all this?
Away, you Ethiop!
No, he will seem to break loose. Take on as you would follow, but yet come not. You are a tame man. Go.
Hang off, thou cat, thou bird vile thing! Let loose, or I will shake from thee like a serpent!
Why have you grown so rude? What change is this, sweet love?
Thy love, out, tawny tartar, out! Out, loathed medicine, hated potion, hence!
Do you not jest? Yes, soothe, and so do you.
Tafi Prasad, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What? Should I hurt her? Strike her? Kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What? Can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me, wherefore? Oh me, what news, my love? Am not I Hermione? Are not you Lilidar? Are you as fair now as I was erewhile? Since night you loved me, yet since night you left me. Why, then you left me, oh, the gods forbid in earnest, shall I say?
Aye, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore, be out of hope, Of question, of doubt, be certain, nothing truer. 'Tis no jest that I do hate thee and love Halima.
Oh, me, you juggler, you canker blossom, you thief of love! What? Have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him? Fine-eyed faith! Have you no modesty? No maiden shame? No touch of bashfulness? What? Will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you! Puppet? Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height, forsooth she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak! How low am I? I am not yet so low, but that my nails can reach unto thine eyes! Oh, I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in shrewdness. I am a right maid for my cowardice. Let her not strike me. You perhaps may think because she is something lower than myself that I can watch her. Lower! Hark! Again! Good Himani, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Himani. Never wronged you, did ever keep your counsel. Save that love unto Devi Prasad. I told him of yourself into this wood. He followed you. For love I followed him. But he hath shied me hence and threatened me, to strike me, to burn me, nay, to kill me too. And now you will let me quiet go. To Jaipur I will bear my folly back and follow you no further. Let me go. You see how simple and how fond I am. Why, get you gone. Who is it that hinders you? A foolish heart that I leave here behind. What, with Liladar? With Davi Prasad.
Be not afraid, she shall not harm thee, Halima.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she is angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce. Little! Again! Nothing but low and little! Why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her!
Get you gone, you dwarf, you minimus of hindering not grass maid, you bead, you acorn!
You are too officious in her behalf that scorns your services. Let her alone. Speak not of Halima. Take not her part, for if thou dost intend never so little show of love to her, thou shalt abide it.
Now she holds me not. Now follow, if thou darest, to try who's right. Of thine or mine is most in Halima.
Follow? Nay, I'll go with thee, cheek by jowl.
You, mistress. Oh, this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back. I will not trust you, I. No longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands and mine are quicker for fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away. I am amazed and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or else committest thy knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me I should know the man by the Jaipurian garment he had on?
I did.
And so so far am I glad it's so did sort, as this their jangling I esteem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. I therefore rather overcast the night, and lead these testy rivals so astray, as one come not within another's way. Like to Liladar sometime frame thy tongue, and stir Devi Prasad with bitter wrong, till o'er their brows doth counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into Liladar's eye, whose liquor hath virtuous property. When they next wake, all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision. Whiles in this affair I do thee employ, I'll to my queen and beg her Indian boy. Her charmed eye I will release from monster's view, and all things shall be peace.
My fairy lord, this must be done with haste, for night's swift dragons cut the clouds full fast, and yonder shines Soraya's harbinger.
But we are spirits of another sort. I with the morning's love have oft made sport. But, notwithstanding, haste, make no delay. We may effect this business yet a day.
Up and down, up and down. I will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Up and down, up and down. I will lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Davi Prasad? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, drawn and ready. Where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me, then, to plainer ground.
Speak again, thou runaway, thou coward! Art thou fled? Speak, in some bush, where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes thou look'st for wars and wilt not come. Come, recreant, come, thou child, I'll whip thee with a rod. He has defiled that draws a sword on thee.
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice. We'll try no manhood here.
He goes before me and still tears me on. Where I go where he calls, then he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster he did fly. That fallen am I, and talk uneven way. And here will rest me. Come, thou gentle day, for if but once thy show me thy grey light, I'll find Davi Prasad and revenge this spite.
Oh! 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 Coward, why comest thou not?
Abide me if thou darest, for well I wot, thou runnest before me, shifting every place, and darest not stand nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither. I'm here.
Nay then, thou mockest me. Thou shalt buy this deer, if ever I thy face by daylight see. Now, go thy way. Faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. By day's approach, look to be visited.
Oh, weary night. Oh, long and tedious night. Abate thy hour. Shines comfort from the east, that I may back to die poor by daylight. From these that my poor company detest, and sleep that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye. Steal me a while from mine own company. Yet but 3, come one more. 2 of both kinds make up 4. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Kama is a knavish lad, thus to make 4 females mad. Never so weary, never so in woe, bedabbled with the dew and torn with briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest me till the break of day.
Heaven shield Lilidar if they mean a fray.
On the ground, sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye, gentle lover, remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye.
Upon this flowery bed will I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk mallows in thy sleek, smooth head, and kiss thy fair, large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Pallavi?
Ready?
Scratch my head, Pallavi. Where's Monsieur Jal? Where's Monsieur Sarsenseed? Nothing, good Monsieur, but to help cavalry Jal to scratch. I must to the barber's, Monsieur, for methinks I am marvelous hairy about the face, and I am such a tender ass. Eeyore! If my hair do but tickle me, I must scratch.
What? Wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
I have a reasonable good ear in music. Let's have the tongues and the bones.
Or say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat?
Methinks I have a great desire to a bottle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay hath no fellow. But I pray you, let none of your people stir me. I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone, and be always away. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, wanderer. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity. Now I have the boy, I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. And, gentle Park, take the transformed scalp from off the head of this Jaipurian swain, that he, awaking when the others do, may all to Jaipur back again repair, and think no more of this night's accidents, but as the fierce vexation of a dream. But first, I will release the fairy queen. Be as thou wast wont to be. See as thou wast wont to see. I upon's bud or Kama's flower hath such force and blessed power. Now, wake you, my sweet queen.
Oh, my Omina. What visions I have seen. Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
Oh, how came these things to pass? Mine eyes do loathe his visage now.
Silence a while. Ravi, take off this head. Tamira, use a call, and strike more dead than the common sleep of all these five the sense.
Music, home music, such as charmeth sleep.
Now when thou wakest with thine own fool's eyes peep.
Come, my queen, take hands with me, and rock the ground whereupon these sleepers be. Now thou and I are new in amity, and will tomorrow midnight solemnly dance in Prince Davanesh's house triumphantly, and bless it all with fair prosperity. There will the pairs of faithful lovers be wedded, with Davanesh, all in jollity.
My fairy king, attend and mark. I do hear the morning lark.
Then, my queen, in silence sad, trip we after the night's shade. We the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night, that I, sleeping, here was found with these mortals on the ground.
For now our observation is performed. My love shall hear the music of my home.
I was with Hanuman and Rama once. Never did I hear such gallant chiding, so musical a discord, such sweet thunder.
Judge when you hear. but soft. What nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter. Here, sleep. And this, Liladar. This, Davi Prasades. And this, Halima, old Nadir's Halima. I wonder if they're being here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe our solemnity. But speak, Akana. Is not this the day on which Hermione should give the answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Good morrow, friends.
Pardon, my lord.
I pray you all, stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world? That hatred is so far from jealousy. To sleep by hate and fear no enmity.
My lord, I shall reply amazedly, half sleep, half waking. But as yet I swear I cannot truly say how I came here. But, as I think, for truly what I speak, and now do I bethink me, so it is. I came with Hermione hither. Our intent was to be gone from Jaipur, where we might without the peril of the Jaipurian law.
Enough, enough, my lord, you have enough. I beg the law upon his head. They would have stolen away. They would, Davi Prasad, thereby to have defeated you and me. You of your wife and me of my consent that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Halim told me of their stealth, of this their purpose hither to this wood. And I in fury hither followed them, fair Halima in fancy following me. But, my good lord, I wot not by what power, but by some power it is. My love to Hermione melted as the snow, and all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object and the pleasure of mine eye, is only Halima. To her, my lord, was I betrothed here. I saw Hermione, but like in sickness did I loathe this food, but as in health did it come to my natural taste. Now I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Fair love, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we more will hear anon. Akana, I will overbear your will. For in the temple, by and by with us, these couples shall eternally be knit. Away with us to Jaipur, 3 and 3. We'll hold the feast in great solemnity. Come, Hamavati.
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems to me that yet we sleep, we dream. Do not you think the prince was here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my father.
And Malvathy.
And he did bid us follow to the temple.
Why, then we are awake. Let us follow him, and by the way, let us recount our dreams.
When my cue comes, call me, and I will answer. My next is most fair. Hi-ho! Praveen Quince, Flute the bellows mender, Snout the tinkerer, Starveling. Gods, my life stolen hence and left me asleep. I have had a most rare vision. I have had a dream past the wit of any man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if he go about to expound this dream. Methought I was, there is no man can tell what. Methought I was, and methought I had. But man is but a patched fool if he will offer to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen. Man's hand is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I will get Praveen Quince to write a ballad of this dream, and it shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom. And I will sing it in the latter end of the play before the Raj. Peradventure, to make the more gracious, I shall sing it at her death.
I've reached the Bottom's house. Is he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt he is transported.
If he come not, then the play is marred. It goes not forward. Doth it?
It is not possible. We have not men in all Jaipur able to
but no. He had simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Jaipur.
He is the best person too. He's a very paramour for a sweet voice.
You must say paragon. A paramour is, the gods bless us, a thing of naught.
Masters, the Raj is coming from temple. There's two or three lords and ladies more married. If our sport had gone through, we had all been made men.
Ah, sweet bully bottom. Thus hath he lost 6 pence a day for playing pyramids. I'll be hanged. He would have deserved it.
Where are these lads? Where are these hearts?
Oh, bottom! Oh, most courageous day! Oh, most happy hour!
Masters, I am to discourse wonders, but ask me not for what, for if I tell you I am no true Jaipuri, I will tell you everything, right as it fell out.
Oh, let us hear, sweet bottom.
Not a word of me. All that I will say is that the Raj hath dined. Get your apparel together, good strings to your beards, new ribbons to your pumps. Every man look o'er his part, meet presently at the palace, for the short and the long is our play preferred. Woo! In any case, let Thisbe have clean linen, and let he who plays the lion not pare his nails, for they shall hang out for the lion's claws. And most dear actors, eat no onions nor garlic, for we are taught a sweet breath, and I do not doubt but to hear them say it is a sweet comedy. No more words. Away! Go away!
"'Tis strange, my Thavanesh, that these lovers speak of.
More strange than true. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination all compact.
But all the story of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together, howsoever strange and admirable.
Here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than to us wait in your royal walks, your board, your bed.
Come now, what mass, what dances will we have, to wear away this long age of 3 hours between our after supper and bedtime? Where's our usual manager of mirth? What revels are in hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? Call Pushpendu.
Here, mighty Thavanesh.
Say, what abridgment have you for us this evening? What mass? What music?
There is a brief how many sports are ripe. Make choice of what your highness will see first.
The battle with the centaurs, to be sung by a Jaipurian eunuch to the harp. Will none of that. The thrice 3 muses, mourning for the death of learning, late deceased in beggary. That is some satire, keen and critical, not sorting with the nuptial ceremony. A tedious brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe. Very tragical mirth. Merry and tragical? Tedious and brief? That is hot ice and wondrous strange snow. How shall we find the concord of this discord?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I've known a play. But by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious. For in all the play, there is not one word apt, one player fitted, and tragical, my noble lord, it is. For Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which when I saw rehearsed, I must confess, made mine eyes water. But more merry tears the passion of loud laughter never shed.
What are they that do play it?
Hard-handed men that work in Jaipur here, which never labored in their minds till now, and now have toiled in their unbreathed memories with this same play against your nuptial.
And we will hear it.
No, my noble lord, it is not for you, for I have heard it over, and it is nothing, nothing in the world, unless you can find sport in their intense, extremely stretched and conned with cruel pain to do you service.
I will hear that play, for never anything can be amiss, when simpleness and duty tender it. Go, bring them in, and take your places, ladies.
I love not to see wretchedness overcharged, and duty in his service perishing.
Why, gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
They say they can do nothing in this kind.
The kind are we, to give them thanks for nothing.
So please, your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
If we offend, it is with our goodwill, that you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill.
Huh?
To show our simple skill, that is the true beginning of our end. Consider then we come but into spite.
What?
We do not come as minding to contest you. Our true intent is all for your delight. We are not here.
Huh?
That you should hear repent you. The actors are at hand, and by their show you shall know all that you are like to know.
This fellow doth not stand upon points.
Indeed, he has played on his prologue like a child on a recorder, a sound, but not in government.
His speech was like a tangled chain, nothing impaired, but all disordered. Who is next?
Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show, but wonder on till truth makes all things plain. This man is Pyramus. Pyramus? You would know. This beauteous lady, this be is certain. This man with lime and rough cast doth present wall. That vile wall which did these lovers sunder. And through wall's chink, poor souls they are content to whisper.
Whisper, 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 whisper.
At which let no man wonder. This man with lanthorn and bush of thorn presented moonshine. If you would know, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn, to meet at Ninus' tomb, there to woo. This grisly beast which lie night by name, the trusty Thisbe coming first thy night, did scare away, or rather did affright, and as she fled, her mantle did she fall. Her mantle did she fall, which lion vile with bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain. Racked with blade, with bloody blade for blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody rest. And Thisbe, tearing in mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died. For all the rest, let lion, moonshine, wall, and lovers twain at large discourse while here they do remain.
I wonder if the lion be to speak.
No wonder, my lord, one lion may, when many asses do.
In this same interlude it doth befall that I, one snapped by name, should present a wall, and in such a wall as I would have you think, in it a crannied nook or chink, through which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did often whisper very secretly. This loam, this rough cast, and this stone doth show that I am the same wall, the truth is so. And this the cranny is, right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
Would you desire lime and hair to speak better?
It is the wittiest partition that ever I heard discourse, my lord.
Pyramus draws near the wall. Silence.
O grim look at night! O night with you so black! O night whichever art when day is not! O night, alack, alack, alack! I fear my Thisbe's promises forgot, and thou, O wall, O sweet, O lovely wall, that stands between her father's ground and mine, thou wall, O sweet, O lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall. Yet shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. O wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No, in truth, sir, he should not. for deceiving me is Thisbe's cue, and she is to enter, and I am to spy her through the wall. You shall see it will fall pat as I told you. Yonder she comes.
Oh, wall, full often hast thou heard my moans. Oh, for parting my fair Pyramus and me. My cherry lips have often kissed thy stones. Thy stones with lime and hair knit up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chink, to spy, and I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe!
My love thou art, my love I think.
Think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace, and like Lymander am I trusty still.
And I like Helene, till the fates me kill.
Not Shufflest to Procris was so true.
The shufflest to progress, I to you.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kiss the wall's hole, not your lips at all.
Wilt thou at Ninny's tomb meet me straightway?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay. Ha 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 ha.
Thus have I, wall, my part discharged so, and being done, thus while the way doth go.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
The best in this kind are but shadows, and the worst are no worse if imagination amend them.
It must be your imagination then, and not theirs.
If we imagine no worse of them than they of themselves, they may pass for excellent men. Here come two noble beasts, and a man and a lion.
You, ladies, you, whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here, when lion rough and wildest rage doth roar. Roar! Roar! Ah! Then know that I once snug the joiner am, a lion fell, nor else no lion's dam. For if I as a lion should come and strive, into this place 'twere pity on my life.
A very gentle beast of good conscience.
The very best of the beast, my lord, that e'er I saw.
Let us listen to the moon.
This lantern doth the hornet moon present.
He should have worn the horns on his head.
This lantern doth the hornet moon present. Myself the man in the moon do seem to be.
This is the greatest error of all the rest. The man should be put into the lanthorn. How else is it the man in the moon?
I am aweary of this moon. Would he would change.
Proceed, moon.
All I have to say is to tell you that this lantern is the moon. I, the man in the moon, and this thorn bush, my thorn bush.
Why, all these should be in the lanthorn, for all these are in the moon. But silence, here comes Thisbe.
This is on Eddie's tomb. Where is my love?
Ah!
Ah!
Well roared, lion.
Well run, Thisbe.
Well shown, moon. Truly, the moon shines with a good grace.
Well moused, lion.
And so the lion vanished.
And then came Pyramus.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams, for by thy gracious golden glittering gleams I trust to take of truest Thisbe sight. But stay, O spite, what mark, poor night? What dreadful dole is here? Eyes do you see? How can it be, O dainty duck, O dear? Thy mantle good, what? Stained with blood! Approach, ye furies fell! Come, come, cut thread and thrum! Quail, crush, conclude, and quell!
This passion and the death of a dear friend would go near to make a man look sad.
Beshrew my hearts, but I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore nature didst thou lions frame? For lion vile hath here deflowered my dear. Which is,
know which was the fairest dame that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Come, tears, confound, outsawed and wound, the pap of Pyramus,
Aye, that left pap.
where heart doth hop. Thus die I, thus. Now am I dead, now am I fled. My soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Moon, take thy flight. Now die.
No die, but an ace for him, for he is but one.
Less than an ace, man, for he is dead. He is nothing.
With the help of a surgeon, he could yet recover and prove an ass.
How chance moonshine is gone before Pyrrhus comes back and finds her lover.
She will find him by starlight. Here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
I hope she will not use such a long one for a Pyramus. I hope she will be brief.
A mote will turn the balance, which Pyramus, which Thisbe is the better. He for a man, God warrant us. She for a woman, God bless us.
She hath spied him already with those sweet eyes.
Ooh.
Asleep, my love? What? Dead, my dove? Oh, Pyramus, arise! Speak quite dumb. Dead. A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes, these lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone. Oh, lovers, make moan. His eyes were green as leeks. Oh, sisters three, come to me, with hands as pale as milk, and lay them in gore. Since you have shore, with shears his thread of silk, tongue, not a word. Come, trusty sword, come, blade, my breast imbrue. And farewell, friends. Thus, there's the end. Adieu. Oh, no.
Moonshine and Lion are left to bury the dead.
I and Wall too.
No, I assure you, the wall that parted their fathers is down. Will it please you to hear an epilogue, or to see a Diwali dance between two of our company?
No epilogue, I pray you. For your play needs no excuse. Never excuse. For when all the players are dead, there needs none to be blamed. Marry, if he that took it had played Pyramus and hanged himself in Thisbe's garden, it would have been a fine tragedy. And so it is, truly, and very notably discharged. But leave your epilogue alone. The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12. Lovers to bed, 'tis almost fairy time. A fortnight hold we these solemnities, in nightly revels and new jollity.
Oh, the hungry lion roars, and the wolf beholds the moon, whilst the heavy plowman snores, all with weary task fordone. Now the wasted brands do glow, whilst the screech owl screeching loud puts the wretch that lies in woe in remembrance of a shroud. Now it is the time of night, that the graves are gaping wide. Everyone lets forth his sprite in the churchway paths to glide, and we fairies that do run by the triple somas team, from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream. Now our frolic, not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with broom before to sweep the dust behind the door. Through the house give gathering light, by the dead and drowsy fire. Every elf and fairy sprite hop as light as bird from briar. And this ditty after me, sing and dance it trippingly.
First rehearse your song by rote, to each word a warbling note. Hand in hand in fairy's grace, will we sing and bless this place.
Now, until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray, and each several chamber bless, through this palace with sweet peace, and the owner of it blessed, ever shall in safety rest. Trip away, make no stay, meet me all by break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear, and our weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest pock, if we have unearned luck, now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else the pock a liar call. So good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Ravi shall restore amends.
My wall.
What's up, baby?
Oh, what's up?
We got out of you. It doesn't matter.
2020.
Is this filming?
Yes.
Oh, hi.
Alright, I'm the better singer. No.
Shut up.
Don't you dare look at me like that.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? I'm the better singer.
I've been in this longer than you have.
I think you might be a little bit better of an actor, but I'm the better singer.
A little bit.
A little bit.
We're in character. It makes sense.
I'm better singer.